Hey everyone, it's Sam with Red Hills Rerun, and it's time to do another haul video, this time for February 8th. Okay, first on the list is a Pride Victory 10 mobility scooter. I picked this mobility scooter up at my local electronics recycler, and I picked it up for $75, and I'm gonna part it out for between $600 and $700. That will be for the wheels, for the hub, for the basket that's on it. Here it is. Here's the Pride Victory 10. The only thing it's missing is the seat and the batteries. The next item is this Union toolbox or tackle box. There's nothing too particularly special about it. It's green, as you can tell. There's no inserts, but whenever I see these vintage toolboxes, not necessarily Union, but just these vintage metal toolboxes, I always pick them up, especially if they're a couple bucks, all the way up to like $5. That's what I paid for this one, and this is worth about $35 to $40. Then I have this rad Bachmann train set. It's a circus train set, and I bought it in a group lot from an individual. Depending on if it's working, I expect to bring $150 for that. Here's a Yarka medium French field easel. It has three legs on it, and then it opens up so an artist can paint or do whatever kind of artwork they need to out in the field. It comes with, I think, 3 or 4 inserts for different paints. These sell anywhere between $75 and $130. I bought this at the bins. So this is a Technics SL-Q5. It's a turntable, and it's an automatic turntable. If it works, it'll be able to sell between $50 and $100. And I also bought this at the bins. I found this vintage enameled basin. It has a few holes in it. This will go in my antique booth for $12. Let me take you off the shelf again so I can show you this really rad vintage record holder on wheels. So here it is. It's made of wood. It has metal legs and a metal wire rack. And the vinyl records just slide right in here and sit on there. So I'll put this in my booth and price it for about $30 to $40. Okay, next we have this kind of grimy toaster. It's a Hobart industrial toaster. So I expect this to work. And if it does, it'll fetch $200. My next pickup was from a friend. She messaged me and said that she had this 1980s vintage Playmates Disney train set. Unfortunately, she said the train doesn't work, but that I was welcome to have it. So it's really neat. Anyway, I feel like I can get, and I think it's all complete. There's a lot of characters, a lot of rides, and my best estimate is even if the train engine doesn't work completely, I can get between $50. I can start at $50, and if it does work, I can get about $130 for it. So then we have these Nike Force One toddler shoes. They're 2Y or 2 years, yeah, or I don't know what 2Y is. I think it's youth. So they're in great condition other than being dirty. They just need a good scrub. So these go for about $25 to $30. Then we picked up this well-loved Pampered Chef 9x9 stoneware casserole baked dish, and I feel that can go for about $20. Now we have a VCR combo player. Y'all know I love these. This is a Daewoo, which is a model that, or a brand that I haven't come across in the combo player market. But this unit goes for about $40. And another combo player. This is a Sony combo player with the remote. And this combo player has the component video, which was the precursor to HDMI. It also has S-Video out, which is pretty nice. So I think this is a VHS to DVD recording device. So these go for anywhere between $99 to $150, $200. So that's a good score there. I'll bundle the remote, RCA cables, and a blank tape, and perhaps even the manual with this so I can get top dollar. Next we have an iOmega zip drive. This zip drive came with the serial port cable, and I'm not sure what this cable is, what this dock is for. If this works with the power adapter, we can sell it for $200. Very excited about that one. I studied film in school, so whenever I run across old film paraphernalia or equipment, I always have to do a double look at it or a double take. And that's what I did with this little box. I also have a thing for boxes. I don't know what it is. I'm always like, oh, what's inside, right? So there's something about the utilitarian design of boxes and the craftsmanship that goes into them. So this one specifically is made by Brumberger, and you pull down this little button to open it, and you would store your 8mm film in here. So here's all these film cans. They're all empty, but they're pretty neat. So to deposit or to withdraw, I guess, these, you just push down and out it comes. Pretty neat. So I'm not sure what anyone is going to use this for other than film storage, but I'm going to put this in my antique booth and price it at $15 or $20. I might start at $20 and then drop it to $15. We'll see. Then I got this Star thermal printer. It just takes the 3-prong power cord, which is nice because a lot of these take a special 24-volt power adapter that typically doesn't come with them, so you end up having to buy them. Anyway, this doesn't. It just has that basic power cord. They run for between $100 and $150. So last week I met up with a friend that's in the estate sales business. Occasionally he'll give me items, or not give me, but he'll sell me items and that I can make a profit on, and he just needs them out of his warehouse. So this week I bought 11 of these posters. So I estimate that those posters, they're all the same, exact same. The condition is a bit different on each of them, but I'll list all of them as in one listing with a quantity of 11. In addition to those 11 posters, I bought a few more. So this is another one of the posters. It's kind of got a metallic print to it. And I have 2 of those. I'll do the exact same thing as the Pro Road Racing posters. This next poster, when I saw it, I played it cool. I put my poker face on. I was excited about it. I said it's cool, but I didn't know how much it was worth. So it's kind of hard to see, but it's already listed on eBay. You might have seen, if you follow me on Instagram at Red Hills Rerun. It's a 1982 William Stout, like comic style Nike soccer poster. And I'll price it around, I'll price it high. I'm shooting for $175, and I'll take a best offer. So this next poster, I think it's a lithograph. It was printed in the 60s in Berkeley, and I saw the exact same ones on various auction sites that sold for about $125 to $150. And with each one of those posters, I bought them for $5 each. The pro racing posters, the 11 of those, I expect to get about $25 a piece for those. And the silver kind of metallic looking posters, I'm judging about the same price, maybe more like $35. The Nike poster, I already told you, I'm pricing that high at $175 with or best offer. And then the smaller poster, I'll price that at $150 with best offer. So these next few items are kind of different for me. I don't necessarily pick up items like this all the time because they're not in my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is electronics and like toys from the 80s and 90s and all that kind of stuff. So I'll just get right to it. So here it is. It's a vintage, if not antique, animal skin canoe, or not canoe, kayak. It came from Alaska. Some of the detail work on there is bone. So I have no idea how much these go for. Some of them I've seen on other sites go for like upwards of $500 or $800, but they're significantly different. They're still like model size or toy size, but they also have little figures that are sitting in the boats. So I'm really not sure about this one. I think I'm gonna price it at $150, but I need to ask an expert at a local auction house. And the second item of that group is this boat. It's just along the same lines. It's kind of like, I think it's like a fishing boat. It comes with two oars. They're made out of cedar. Everything's made out of cedar. And it's covered with an animal skin. It does have a stamp. And the stamp says George C. Popp, P-O-P-P. And he was in St. Paul, Anchorage, Alaska. Or, yes. Yeah, so I'm not sure what it's worth. It does have a little bit of damage right here. This I have no guess, because I didn't see anything like it. I will also default to the professionals on this one. And the third item is actually two. And as you can see, these are snowshoes. These snowshoes are made of actual like animal sinew. It's hard to see in the picture, but and then the area where the doll's feet or someone's feet would theoretically go, those are made of leather or animal skin, animal hide. Yeah, these are, I also have no idea how much these are worth, so I'm gonna take them to a professional to get a second, better, hopefully, opinion. And I have another pair of snowshoes. These are considerably newer and newer technology. Not necessarily better, but they're quicker. They're MSR Lightning Explorer. These look to be, they might have been used once. So I'll put that in the listing. I'll price them high at $180. Like I said, I'm a film buff and I like old film equipment and all that, so when I saw these 35mm film cans, I couldn't pass them up. I bought these at the bins and I will put these in my booth for $12 each. I have 3 of them, so that'll be about $36. When I'm at the bins, there's a lot of people who stand around and wait for these bins full of books that come down. And what they have these scanners on their phones that are connected to Amazon, so they can scan all these barcodes to tell them if it's profitable for them or not. So what I've done, I've altered my search because there's like 20 of those people gathered around these bins and they're just throwing books left and right. So what I do is I go in and I go for the books that don't have any barcodes. So the older books that don't have them. So I think it's like the 60s or 70s, before that, pre-60s. So this book is about flight. So it's titled We, and it's by Charles Lindbergh. And this goes for about $20. I really like to buy these old leather Bibles. But this one is an older Bible from, I think it's pre-1950s, and I think I can get about $20 for it. And this Bible is old. Its copyright date is 1895. That's the only date that's in there. It's a nice leather-bound Bible, and I'll price it. I found similar Bibles to this, nothing as old, nothing with that calligraphy on the front. So I'll price this a little bit high for what it is, but I'll price it at $50. Next I have this Rock Band pedal. It actually can switch between Rock Band and Guitar Hero. It's called the Rhythm Maker by Blockhead. So it's really nice. It's all metal. It has a heavy duty spring that provides a lot of, enough resistance. So these range from $25 to $45. The higher prices, the $45, those are free shipping. So I'll price it right in the middle, around $30. This week I found 2 Levi's. They're both 501s. One was made in the USA. My baseline price for 501 Levi's, regardless if it's made in the USA or not, is $35. The USA one will probably price a little bit higher at $45 or $50. And I bought more pants because of the cold. I'm just kidding, it's not too cold around here. It's only about in the 40s. These are Vietnam era cold weather trousers. The way that you can tell that they're Vietnam era, so when you look at this code, you'll see something that says DSA 100-72-C-153. So that's 72 right before the C. That tells you what year it is. So these pants, there's the outer part and the inner part. The inner part is the insulation. I saw quite a few pants that didn't have the insulation selling from anywhere between $35, $45. I saw the insulation alone selling for $20. I'll price these at $50 and make a good deal for someone. I found some more cowboy boots. These are Tony Llamas. I'll price them for $30. In part of that posters lot, I also bought this in good condition, working. It's already been tested working. It's already listed. I pulled it from our inventory to show you guys. So this is a PS2 Slim. It's a platinum. It comes with all the cords, all the power adapters. It comes with a memory card. It comes with the platinum or silver controller, and it comes with another PS2 controller. We'll price this between, I think we'll price it for like $80. We also got this Radio Shack TRS-80 color computer. It comes with the cable so you can plug it in to power it on, but there's no lights to turn on, and if you don't have a monitor you can't tell if it's on or not, or if it's working. So we're selling it as is for $50. At our Goodwill outlet, there's a display case where they keep like the cream of the crop up there. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So this time I found a few like vintage model train models. So the little model houses that you put next to your trains so you can have cityscapes and everything for your model trains to go through. I found a baggie full of model citizens and all those little signs and everything that you put in your town to go with your train set. So this bag, these are vintage. You can tell by looking at them. A lot of them have the little maker's mark on them of the company that created them, but this whole bag was $3. I haven't gone through them. I'll sell them. I'll like kind of dust them off and clean them, but then I'll just sell them as a big lot. And it could, I don't know, it could go anywhere between $40 to $100. Some of the collectors are really serious about collecting models for their trains. So there's good money in it if you can get them for cheap. The next group of items that I bought came from a leather worker who's no longer able to do leather work, but I bought his collection of tools and his old patterns, and they can be valuable depending on if they're made in America or made in Japan. I paid $25 for the entire collection. So first we have what I believe is like a walnut or some kind of dark stained wood that's holding the tools. These are all for leather tooling, and these are all, the majority of them are craft tools, leather tools. And I'm not too sure what I'll sell these for. I think I'll sell them for $65, maybe higher than that. I haven't done a whole lot of research. I just know that large sets can go for a lot of money. So he also had these old drafting templates that he used in his leather work. These I'll price for $20. And next there's these, I think they're acrylic, some kind of plastic, and they're kind of like templates. What you do is they're embossed, so they're kind of risen, they're raised from the surface. So what you do is you put it risen side down, and you take a roller and you roll that over the template, which is face down on the leather. So your leather, it'll press that design into the leather. And there's quite a few of these designs in here. You would have had to pay for them at places like Tandy Leather and any leather. So I think we can sell them for about $35. And then we have these old official like Tandy leather craft templates. These are pretty handy. So these are old. These are like vintage. They're not super old. I think they're from like the 90s. These I'll price, I think, around $25. I'll have to do a bit more research, but I'll start there. And if there's more value in these paper templates, then I'll go higher. And there's also these three like kind of guides, how-to guides. So there were also other tools that were in the set that were leather tools, but they're of lesser quality than the craft tools that are made in the USA. These tools I separated. These are made in Taiwan or in China. They work well for the beginner, so I put them in a box and I'll sell them as a beginner's lot. I think I can get about $40 for it. I'm not gonna waste these leather scraps that I got from his collection. So I'm just gonna keep them in this box, and I'm gonna sell the box as just by the pound. So I'm gonna weigh the box, and if it's 5 pounds, I'll sell it for, I think, $25 or $35. And shipping on that will be a piece of cake. It'll just go in a flat rate box and ship on out. From the gentleman I bought the leather collection from, I bought 24 albums, vinyl albums, and I bought them for $1 each. My base price for them in my antique booth is $5 each. So for me, it's worth it to spend $1 just to make the little $5 because I don't really do a whole lot. This gentleman really took care of his albums, so they'll just need to go in sleeves, the outer sleeves, and then I'll just price them and put them in my antique booth for at least $5. So next is this pretty rad little lamp base. It doesn't have the top, but it's glass, as you can hear. And if you look at the cable, it's an older plug. So this will go in my antique booth after I clean it. It has some smoke damage, just some like buildup, like kind of tar buildup, but I can take care of that with soap and water. Price this for about $25. And I found another lamp at the bins. This is a plastic one. It's kind of a cool retro design and look. It's also, I think it must have come out of the same house because it also has tar buildup, or it was in the sun and it got like really sun faded. That's, you know, the kind of oranging. Yeah, so I'm gonna clean it and then I'm gonna put my retro bright solution on it, which makes it white again. So then once I do that, then I'll put it in my booth and I'll price it at $15. Okay, with all of those items accounted for and taking the low end of the price ranges that I told you for each one, we will expect to gross $2,862. Then we subtract the total for all the items that we paid, which is $511.95. So when we subtract that, our net before eBay fees is $1,978.09. Well, that's it, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. And as always, I make these videos to help you find better items so you can flip them for higher prices. And don't forget to hit subscribe and give me a like if you like it and a dislike if you don't like it.